Hello, my gorgeous one. How are we doing? How do you feel? Do you feel fantastic? Do you feel fantabulous? Do you feel amazing? Do you feel like a $1 million queen or king? Doesn't matter. But I work with the queens most of the time. Not most of the time, all the time I work with the queens. Okay, so anyway, but in this video, it's for everybody. So I work with queens, but I do videos for everybody. All right, so that's make the difference. So anyway, how do you feel? Because I feel like a top $1 million queen. What about you? How do you feel? Because guess what? How you show up is always important. How you show up to yourself, how you show up in your business, how you show up at work is always important. And I'm guilty as charged for not showing up energetically and positively and in the best attitude ever. I remember when I was working, not all the times I was showing up the way I'm supposed to be showing up. And I'm in sales. And you know how sales is. Sales people can smell your desperation. Sales people can smell your attitude. They can feel the vibe. And everybody can really feel the vibe. They can feel your what? They can feel your thoughts. Like they can feel how bad your energy is. Everybody can feel your energy. And sometimes I was showing up like that because I did not know. I did not know nothing. Nobody told me these things. So I was showing up as I wake up without a focus, without a plan. Actually, when I was showing up most of the time, I did not even have a plan. I was just waking up and going to work, just like anybody else. I don't have a plan, And I realized much later that if I knew what I know today, I would have been a very good sales lady or sales queen. Queen of sales. I would have been so good. But luckily, I did learn this somehow. I don't know where, probably YouTube or just by the grace of God. Sometimes we just learn things by the grace of God, And sometimes I was learning, sometimes I was doing so good, and other months I was really doing at 0, 0, 0. I was not doing well. And I didn't realize what this was all about. And I started this journey of just learning how to do more sales. And I bumped onto Bob Proctor, and he was talking about the law of attraction. And I did not understand a thing he was talking about. The only thing I wanted is strategies on how to make more sales because I needed more money. That's all I needed. So you're talking about the law of attraction, which I don't understand. But guess what? If you don't understand the law of attraction, chances of you becoming successful, and by successful I mean successful in your own terms, because you need to define what success means to you. If you don't understand the law of attraction, you will keep on doing and you will experience burnout, and then you'll experience like giving up most of the time. And then when you achieve whatever you achieve, it's not consistent. And then you retire probably at 50 or 55 or 60, and only the money that you have really worked so hard and you have saved, only for that money to go to the hospital for medication, because you're not even in perfect health. You know what I mean? When it comes to business, you're just doing, but the sales are not as you'd have loved them to be. So when you don't understand the law of attraction, when you don't understand the law of the universe, then you keep on doing some more. So just understand that law of attraction. Make it your priority to understand the law of attraction, because most of us don't understand the law of attraction, and that's how we keep on failing more. The minute I understood the law of attraction, because I'm a Christian, I was able to understand the Bible so much better. So I don't know about Quran or any other religion, really I don't know, because I'm a Christian. So I was able to understand the Bible so much better. And so now I work with the law of attraction. I work with the laws of the universe. I work with God. So now things don't work against me like they used to. All right? So I try to understand those laws, and you will succeed so much faster. I could have succeeded a long time ago, like 10 years ago, if I understood what I understand today. All right, so anyway, that's not what we were really talking about. I was just talking about showing up, because it's very like so important. But then again, showing up, let's go back to showing up. When you don't understand what you even want, how can you even show up? You cannot show up. How can you understand attitude? You cannot understand attitude. How can you understand negative and positive? Really, you cannot. Because, first of all, you don't even know what you want. But the minute you understand what you want, then you are on a journey to make yourself better. And when you're on a journey to make yourself better, you are learning how to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve in a much faster way. All right? So you don't have to keep on hustling so much. You don't have to keep on hustling and hustling and hustling and hustling even more. And at the end of the day, you don't have that much of results to show for. And I did that. Much of my work experience was really hustling. I was really hustling. For sales, I was hustling because I did not even understand. I did not even have a goal. And here we are talking about, by the way, goals and just goals and showing up. Goals and showing up. When you understand your goal, when you understand what you're going for, when you understand what you're working for, you show up in a different way. Even when you don't understand probably the law of attraction, but there's just some energy. There's some energy that comes with understanding your goal. There's some energy that comes with understanding what you're focusing on. There is some energy, whether you know the law of attraction or you don't. There's some energy that shows up for you. The days I had a goal, I was achieving those goals. The days I did not know even why I'm actually waking up, those were the most crappy days of my life, because now I can be able to reflect back. So now, reflect back to how you have lived this year. We are in September, honey. We are in September. Yeah, like we are only 4 months away, maybe 3 months away to closing the year. How do you want to close the year? How do you want to close the year? So right now I'm just talking about showing up and focus and goals, all of them together. Because anyway, go back to my videos actually, because I've done the focus, I've done the goal setting, I've done the law of attraction, I have done the law of vibration. Go back to my videos and you'll be able to understand this video much better. Anyway, back to what? To reflection. At the end of the year, most people reflect. And then another people don't reflect, they just set other goals for the following year. Remember, your mind, the order that you're giving your mind is very important. So first of all, you're confusing your mind because you have not focused on how far you've come for you to set other goals. Because you need to reflect on how far you've come so that you can adjust for the coming year or for the coming months or for the coming days. You need to reflect. When you don't reflect, then you keep on doing, and your mind will not give you consistent results because you have not trained your mind like that. You need to train your mind like that so that your mind will know what to focus on. When you have a focus, when you have a goal, then your mind knows exactly what it's doing. But when you don't do that, your mind just goes with the flow. As we go with the flow, because most of us go with the flow. Going with the flow will not give you consistent results. Going with the flow will not bring success to you. Wishing is not the goal. The goal is getting clarity. The goal is knowing what you're working on. The goal is achieving those goals. And the way to achieve those goals is breaking it down. 3 months, what do you want to achieve? 3 months, what do you want to achieve? And 3 months, what do you want to achieve? And by the end of the year, what have you achieved? Then you will know which part you did well and which part you did not know, you did not do well. Why we don't reflect is fear. Also, fear is part of this, is fear. Because we don't want to see the goals that we did not hit. We don't want to feel like failures. We don't want to feel like we did not do whatever it is that we set ourselves to do. But mistakes are allowed. Doing mistakes is good. Because when you do a mistake, then you understand which way is best to do something. You get? That's why we talk about consistency. That's why we talk about persistence. When you are consistent at something, you are making mistakes, then you learn a million ways of doing something perfectly. When you fail and fail, then when you succeed, the next phase will be much faster because you have broken all these barriers. You have done the groundwork, if I may put it that way. Then when you plant your seeds the next time, it's going to be much awesome. Your mind is a garden. Your mind is the garden. You need to keep on training this garden. Not like training the garden, like training the mind. You need to keep on working on this garden. You need to keep on planting the right seeds on this garden. This is a fertile garden, and if you don't plant nothing, what grows? The weeds. And so if for a long time you've not been planning your life, you've not been working on your mind, it means your garden is full of weed. It means you may take quite some time to remove these weeds, because remember, these weeds are also generating more generations of seeds. You know what I mean? So it may take a little bit of time to remove all the weeds, so that the next harvest, the next season, when you plant, you're going to harvest good. All right? So it may take a little bit of time. So I use these analogies because these are analogies that we can understand much faster. So work on your mind. Work on your mind. Your mind is your garden. Fear. How do you overcome this fear? Because why we don't reflect is because of fear. We don't want to see our bank statements because we are afraid of seeing the negatives. We don't want to see the negative. But then if you don't see the negative, if you don't see how you're doing in your account, how then can you improve it? Just see the negative, just see the bad, so that you can be able to work on it, so that you can see where you need help, and so that you can be able to ask for help. Why we don't check things? Because we fear what we can see, and we also fear asking for help, so that the other person does not see us as failures. Everybody did not grow up knowing everything. There are some things we are good at, there are some things we are not good at, and society has taught us not to ask for help. And because when you ask for help, it means you're weak, it means you're a failure. It's time you do away with all the beliefs that are no longer serving you, and ask for help also. Sometimes those beliefs are deeply, deeply ingrained in our mind that you cannot even understand that you have them. You don't even understand that you have them until somebody can be able to spot it. Sometimes we don't know what we are missing. Sometimes we don't see the curves. Sometimes we don't see what is on the corner. We cannot see what is on the corner. Somebody else will be able to see that for us. And that's why it's always good to ask for help. Before, I was not asking for help. Now I ask for help, even for the smallest of the smallest things, because there's nothing small, there's nothing big. It just is. But if that small thing that you call small, you think, I can be able to manage that one. If you don't manage that one, it will pile, and before you know it, it's a mountain. Before you know it, it's a mountain. So ask for help as soon as possible. So reflect on the year that has been. So far, we have covered 3/4 of the year. Reflect on the year that has been. Even for myself, I had to do that, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not doing so well. You know, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh yeah, I need help in this, I need help in this, and I need help in this. And I'm open. Always my journey is open, and always I don't bullshit anybody, because there's no need of bullshitting anybody. So I always say where I'm lacking also, so that I can be able to get it out of my chest. And I seek help all the time. I seek help. So I realized where I was failing. I realized where I was dragging myself, and I seek help in those areas. So I'd urge you to do the same before you close the year. In these 3 months, magic can happen. When you understand what you need to work on, when you understand what you need to change, when you understand what needs to be done, then changing is much, much faster. So that fear is by you doing it. You just check whatever it is that needs to be checked. You just reflect on whatever needs to be reflected, and don't be afraid to fail. Fail so that you can do it better. Don't look at failure as the worst thing ever in this world. Remember, we don't have success without failure anyway. So embrace the failure. Now I do embrace it. Before, I was not embracing it because I was brought up like in a society that does not accept failure, society that does not accept mistakes. In my home area, you do a mistake, you're a dead person. So that's how I grew up. And so I was hiding all my mistakes. I was hiding where I was falling short. I was hiding. I could not ask for help. How do you ask for help? You're a weakling or what? So you need to grow up. You need to ask up. So now I don't do that, because those beliefs, they don't really serve me. And I suffered most of my life because of that belief that I don't have to ask for help. I can actually do it. I can actually manage it. So if you have this kind of mentality, if you have this kind of thinking that you can always manage it, ask yourself, which is that fear that you have in you? Which is that limiting belief that is keeping you thinking you can always do it? What is that thing? You need to understand what the thing is so that you can change it. Ask for help. So how you can you can overcome this fear is by actually checking whatever it is that you're fearing to check, and changing that very thing and asking for help. That's how you overcome the fear. Also, you overcome fear by understanding what you want to achieve and having faith. Faith works. Faith works every single time. First of all, know what it is that you want. Ask for help wherever you need, wherever and whenever you need, and also have faith. Faith will cure that fear or will eliminate the fear. It may take some time. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the process. Be patient with everything. That does not mean you be lazy. Don't be lazy, but be patient. Do the work, take the action, but be patient. Be patient with yourself, be patient with the process, be patient with the situation. Just be patient with everything and have a positive attitude. Have a positive attitude towards your goals, towards your life, towards everything. Have a positive attitude, because that's the only thing that can shield you from giving up. The only thing that can shield you from going back to, or slacking back to who you used to be. Because right now we are transforming, we are changing, we are becoming different people. So that's the only thing that can be able to change you. So have a positive attitude towards everything. Whatever it is that comes your way, it's either you're succeeding or you're learning a lesson. There's always something out of a situation. See the silver lining in every situation. All right, so my darling, I've spoken about so many things. I've spoken about fear, I've spoken about your mind, I've spoken about your goal, I've spoken about your focus, I've spoken about the law of attraction and showing up. Those are so many things in one video. There are 6 things or more than 6 things. So when you can be able to do these 6 things, then your next 3 months can be magical. The next 3 months can be transformational. They can be like whatever you needed, you know. So the next 3 months can mean so much if you can be able to do these 3 things. If you do these things that I have mentioned, then you have the capability and the power to change the next 3 months, so that the next year it is even much better, because you're no more wiser. All right. And then another thing, don't set yourself to failure. Like when you're setting your goals, set your goals that feel comfortable, not comfortable in a lazy way, but comfortable in terms of confidence. Set a goal that you have confidence in it, because achieving our goals, getting success is a matter of confidence. So even when you're setting the goals, if you don't have confidence in yourself, if you don't have the confidence of achieving that goal, you not achieve it. It's all about confidence. So start with something that you're confident about. Just don't matter how small it is. Just start with something, just one step at a time. So when you have not even taken the first step and you want to achieve something that is 10 steps away from you, there's a possibility of you not achieving it, because you sabotage yourself, because your mind will work against you. Remember, your mind was created or is meant to protect you. So if the mind cannot see the end, like the other side of it, your mind will protect you. But if you can start with one step and you have another step and you have another step, like you have a goal. You get the point? You have a goal, but you start with this one step, and then the next step and the other step, and like that. Then your mind knows what is the process. Your mind knows there's no danger. But if it cannot see the other thing, the other side of it, the other side of the 10th step, then it will see it as a danger, and it will protect you from going there. All right, so start with just one step and go to the next and to the next one. So don't start with goals that are comfortable in a lazy way. Just start with goals that are comfortable in terms of achieving them. Have the confidence in achieving the goals. Have the confidence in yourself, and then trust the power that makes all things possible. When you trust that power, nothing is impossible. So everything is possible, but just do it. Just do it. Action precedes clarity. Even when you're not sure of what you want, just take action, and then you'll gain clarity as you go on. So my darling, it's always a pleasure to be here. It's always a joy to be here. I always love to share this wisdom, what I know. I always really love to share. And so share this video with your friends, subscribe, comment, hug me, and then share with your friends, with your colleagues, with your mother, with your brother, with your sister, with your auntie, with your everyone, with your grandfather also. Share share and comment. And if you have any question, you know what to do. Comment below and I will answer you. Comment below and ask your questions, and I will definitely ask you. So what is your takeaway? What are your takeaways? What did you learn? What are you going to implement in the next few days or in the next few months? What are you going to implement? What did you learn? What have you been slacking behind in? And what do you purpose to do? All right? So, my darling, always a joy to your success. You are successful. You are. You just have to believe in yourself. And you just have to do it. Show up and do it. All right?